Hey, I'm Liv, and I like to do super quick colorful eye makeup looks, but today I received the Love in the Afternoon eyeshadow palette from Bobbi Brown through Influenster, and I wanted to do a quick mini first impression review. I used it yesterday and did one look that I'll show you guys. That was a look that I did for work. I was surprised that I liked that sparkly neutral shade as much as I did, and the shadow did wear very, very well throughout the day. It looked like that when I got home after work at about 8 o'clock. And this is the look that I did today. I think it's really similar. I don't know how to create variety much with neutral palettes, but also I don't think that this palette creates much opportunity for variety with these three light shades being the only mattes, and this darker shade, those two darker shades, they're called the metallics, but they're basically satins. So I did use these in my crease. So if you're not comfortable with that, then this is not the palette for you. If you are a warm neutral lover, this is definitely a palette for you. If you want to get a present for a warm neutral lover, this is a good palette for you. I don't know how much this retails for. I will put the details down below or the price somewhere on the screen. It feels pretty plush and pretty high quality. It is made out of cardboard, which I personally prefer, anything that's a bit more biodegradable. But anyways, if you want to see how I did this look and hear a little bit about how my life has been at the moment, then stick around and see how it went. Hello, welcome to my new filming setup. There's been all sorts of crazy stuff going on in my life, so I kind of shoddily set this up really quickly, and we're gonna see how we like it. This is in my office. Hopefully the acoustics are a little better than downstairs. It's noisy on wood floor and there's a fridge. Anyways, I gotta be at work soon. I have approximately 16 minutes. we'll fudge that a little. But I got the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow palette. It's called Love in the Afternoon, and I got this through Influenster, and I was super surprised because I've been pretty clear that I'm not a neutral lover, and that I've never actually purchased anything Bobbi Brown. They do this whole survey thing, do you want this? And I'm like, let me try it out. And so at the end of the survey, they were like, we're not giving this to you. And then a day later, I got the email saying, we're giving it to you. So, as expected, it's very, very neutral. They seem to push the idea that it is pink, but it's not. So these are the colors. I get that they're trying to do pink, but it's really just kind of warmer tone browns to me as a color lover. And it's not so much that I'm a person who loves color and I judge people who don't love color. It's that I don't understand how to do different looks with different shades of browns, and I don't love it. It's the color that my skin is anyways. It's different shades of browns and creams and whatever. So they say that these are two chrome shades, these are metallic shades, and these are mattes. What I think is these are their shimmer shadows, these are satins, these are mattes. So I did a look yesterday, and the only matte tones are these light shades. So for deepening up the crease, unless you're even more fair than me, these seem too light. I don't know, it's a little weird. So I actually used this that they call a metallic shade in the crease, and to me it performed just fine as a satin. So it's got a pretty good sheen to it, but it's not a metallic. It's definitely not a metallic. I will preface this. So here's one of the metallics. Not so sure if you can see the difference. Not really. I mean, I didn't do that heavily, but you can see the texture of my skin a lot more with that one. So I'll preface this and say that my favorite metallic shimmer, whatever eyeshadow is Juvia's Place. It's creamy, it's thick, it's foiled. That's what I love. So this might work for someone else. And that said, this might work really well for a neutral lover as a travel palette. Maybe if they have a little quad with deeper tones, or maybe if they don't care so much about deepening up their crease or something like that. If you're getting this as a gift for someone, this could be good for that person because it's quite lovely travel wise. There's a little mirror that I'll just flash at you, and it's quite jeweled on the outside. So it's a nice little compact thing. It does feel relatively plush. It is cardboard. It is not plastic or anything like that. Yeah, that's cardboard, or plasticky cardboard, which I appreciate because the more that we can get this stuff biodegradable, don't know if this is, but I would hope so, the better. Anyways, I'm gonna try to do something a little different. I'm gonna see how deepened up I can get the crease with one of these deeper tones. Basically, there's a warm tone, metallic, we'll just say shimmer, and there's a cool tone shimmer. So I'm gonna use one of those in my crease. Yesterday I did their, pretty sure I did the warm tone, cool tone, I don't know. No, I think I did the cool tone. Okay, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do this all over in the crease. We're gonna deepen up the crease with that and then lay that really heavily in the corner, cover my inner portion of my lid with this. And I will say that this is a very lovely glitter. It actually has really good particles of glitter. We're gonna start now. We're gonna do this in 10 minutes. Yeah, we better get started. Hey Google, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Sure, 10 minutes, starting now.
Ah, jeez. Okay, so I'm going to, I just went straight in with a deep shimmer. What am I doing? Okay, so I'm gonna share a little bit about my life at the moment. So 20 years ago, I was injured in a bombing, right? Am I recording? I'm recording, we're good. So I was injured in a bombing, and the 20-year anniversary of that bombing is Thanksgiving. Crazy, right? Like amazing timing. I celebrate it every year. Like I almost died, so I like to celebrate being alive and just it's like a second birthday, being thankful to be here and doing something that reminds me that life is short, it could end at any minute, and just have fun. And oftentimes it's going for dinner with family or like going to the botanical gardens if there's anything fun and weird going on. So for the 20th year, I decided that I was going to, I just went in with that deep warm brown because I touched my brush with it, but we're gonna do a big poofy general bit with this lighter shade. It's just like the most medium shade in the palette, jeez. Anyways, so I invited my family to come into town for Thanksgiving. They largely live in San Diego, and they agreed we're gonna celebrate my life day. And I wake up most mornings at 5 and go to gym, 5:30 class to 6:30. And it's really, I'm not a morning person, but there's something amazing about being up and active that early in the morning, and you feel very ready for the day and exuberant and refreshed, and it's really, really hard. It's really hard to get up that early, it is, but you always feel better after a gym. And then I go to work and I feel like a step up in energy and well-being above anyone who didn't go to gym. Like I just feel like I'm more ready for the day. That's totally an assumption, but that's the feeling I get. Still going in with this light shade, and actually gonna bring it up a little more because it's just so fair. Like on someone with a deeper skin tone, this would be like a highlight color. It's really, I don't entirely know who this is made for. Very, very pale person. So if you have a very pale, warm, neutral lover, that's a good gift for them. But I mean like very pale. So as I was planning my Life Day celebration, as I call it, my favorite band, I'm now gonna deepen up my crease with that very warm corally shade. So my favorite band announced that they were going on tour, and so my husband Patrick and I decided to follow them because why not? And the thing about this band is it's typically 57 people. I'm just adding more and more of this crease color because like, I like pigment. I really like pigment. This stuff it's really good for blending softly, and it layers really well, like it's very buildable. So this is a good beginner palette. That's definitely what it is. I've always hated that term beginner palette, but I would say this is a good beginner palette. So anyways, Patrick and I, we decided to follow my favorite band on tour. So we went from Wednesday to Sunday, followed them to Albuquerque, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, basically Berkeley. And they had 3 shows there. And we actually, a friend of ours who we met through the love of this band, she came with. So we were basically roadies, I guess the term is, following them across the country, and it was super fun. I'm gonna go underneath my eye with the mid-tone, lightest tone, whatever. So we got back Sunday evening at 6:40, and then we went straight to a Meow Wolf rave that was in town. Look up Meow Wolf if you don't know what it is yet. It's amazing. But so I lived out of a suitcase. I mean, we ran around San Francisco that last day with backpacks on, and that everything I owned was in that backpack, and it was great. And I lived out of that backpack, and I lived out of my travel makeup bag, and I'm learning more and more how to pare down the essentials, and it makes me think about doing that at home. You know, like I don't need all this quantity of things. I need things that are good. I don't need any of this. Let's be clear. I don't need any of this makeup or whatever, or anything that I have in my life, but it just makes me want to streamline and donate what I can, because I have too much of many things. Okay, this is barely visible. I'm gonna see if I can fluff it out with some sort of brush. And like, I don't know, I feel like neutral looks take so long for me to do because I'm building them up as opposed to color when you're just like, pa blue, pa green, there you go. I don't know. Yeah, definitely warm tone. I'm actually gonna take this warm shimmer brown and rub it right under there. We'll just get a little bit more there. But so, as seems to be the theme, I got back Sunday night, we went to that party, and then I went to work yesterday, it was Monday, and I've lost all my makeup brushes again. So now I'm using random ones that I have. But when I was traveling, I had my E27, my Petite Sigma brush, and I had my MAC 242, and then I had this tiny little thing from Luxie. And I swear that's all I need. That's really all I need. And I miss that MAC 242. So here's this really precise little crease brush, something precise, firm blender. And I'm gonna take that warm tone shimmer and try really deepen up this crease. I'm sure my time is running out significantly. So anyways, I feel extremely energized and just so happy from the tour, following my favorite band, and our friend who came with, she's from Albuquerque, and that's where the band was playing then. So she had three friends that came with. One of them had actually come with to the show before, and two of them are newbies. And we always love bringing newbies, more so because it's a life-changing, fantastic experience. Like if you're feeling uptight, if you feel like when you go out and dance, people are watching you or judging you or anything like that, come to the show. Come see Itch.io because you're embraced for being you. They're not gonna give a crap. They perform in the crowd, so you're part of it. It brings out everything that's tribal in you, and just, it's an absolutely gorgeous experience. I love it. And I have some basically family friend in Los Angeles, so she came with. And I think she had a really amazing time. She texted me like 2 days later and was like, I'm still thinking about them. And that show was bonkers. It was like kind of the size of this office with like 42 people, and that was the size of the traveling band. It was bonkers. So now I have nothing that I can use to put shadow on my eyelid. I'm gonna try use this E25 as well. Let's see how that goes. Hey Google, how much time is left on the timer?
37 seconds to go.
Oh, good God. That was terrible. All right, I'm taking the lightest shimmer shade in the palette with my E25, and I'm just patting that on my lid. I think it's both that I'm not good at talking and doing, and I don't have the brushes I want, and I'm just not the best as neutrals. At neutrals. I can speak English. Okay. Hey Google, stop the timer. Okay, so this is what they say is a metallic. It's definitely a nice shimmer with a good sheen. I know I'm patting it on with a bit of a fluffy brush, so I'm not getting the best judge, but I will put on my finger, which I find is the best way to put on metallics anyways. And yeah, it's a very powdery light metallic, if anything at that. If you can see it on my finger, I'm sure many people would call that more of a metallic, but for me it's quite a soft. It's still creamy, but it's no dubious place, like butter. All right, so I'm just smoothing out these areas here. I should probably, I can't fluff it with my E27 because I put the light shade in there. Ooh, which is all over the place today. Okay, fluff that a little bit. Got a nice bit of depth in there, but I can't help it. I'm gonna go layer over with this bright metallic shade. I guess they call it their chrome metal, and I think it's called Cocktail Ring. And this, it didn't look that great, but it's a beautiful shadow. Maybe I'll put it as an inner corner highlight. It's basically a glitter top coat. Oh, so yesterday I was not super prepared for work and still like coming off the high from the trip and just rushing around, so I didn't put on any eyeshadow primer. I just popped this straight on concealer, and last night it looked exactly the same as when I put it on. That was impressive. I was very impressed with that. So these shadows that they call the chromes, this is really lovely. If they had this in different colors, non-neutrals, I'd be very happy. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm looking at the monitor. It's very, it's glittery and sparkly and lovely. If you are a Christmas person, I'm Jewish, so I'm not going to generalize everyone, but if you are a Christmas person who likes to give Christmas gifts, this is obviously just tailored to be a Christmas gift. It is jeweled, it is sparkly, it is warm, kissing under the mistletoe, sitting under the tree sort of stuff. All right, let's throw in some eyeliner as fast as we possibly can because I'm officially 2 minutes late and have to get to work. Oh God. Okay, that's the look finished up. There's just the tiniest bit of fallout that I'm just gonna clean up. I tend to do my face second normally, but when I'm filming I like to do my face really quickly so I can do my eyes and then run out the door. So we did that, we're all good. I'm gonna come up for a little uppy closey. I do think this is a lovely neutral palette. It's really mostly warm, like I mean that's the only cool tone that you have there, but you could turn this into a more cool tone look. But I used this in the crease, then I deepened it up heavily with that, and then I put this in my outer V heavily, and then I use this all on the inner lid and that for an inner corner highlight and a little bit of all over because that's a lovely shade. I'm not sure if you could make this not warm. So if you love warm neutral looks, if you know someone who loves a warm neutral look, then this is good for them. If you do not love warm, there's no variety here that I can tell, since there's only that cool tone, deeper metallic shade. But anyways, I'm super late for work. I have to run. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and testing out this eyeshadow and doing this super quick look. If you are also an Influenster and you received this, please let me know what you thought down below. I'd love to hear other opinions. And if you're someone who does neutral looks on the reg, then let me know too, because I'd like to learn how to do them better. I almost feel like color is just easier for me. Just throw color on, done. If you like this video, do be sure to give it a thumbs up down below and stick around and subscribe while you're here. Thanks for hanging out.